Welcome to episode 34 of the 5-Minute Podcast for Musicians and GigFaster TV. Today we're going to talk about the best ways to make money in music. And there's a lot for all you guys out there. It's kind of across the board. 7 different ways you can make money in music right after this. Before we get started, I want to remind you, I plead with you. You can subscribe below, you can like below, you can hit to subscribe the bell and you'll get notifications on YouTube. And if you're on a podcast, you don't realize we have GigFaster TV on YouTube. You can watch this episode as well. If you're listening on the podcast, be sure to subscribe through Apple, Google, and Spotify, and leave a review. That's really helpful. It's great feedback. So let's get right into it, man. 7 ways to make money in music. And, I'm kind of excited about some of these because, it's kind of crazy, It's, really opened up it just opened up a whole new world for people. And one of them is, number one, is making and selling beats. Now, beats have become a real thing in today's marketplace. I mean, you go to beatstars.com and you can sell yours. And this one dude, the dude that Lil Nas X, I'm not even sure if I'm saying his name right. He bought Old Town Road beat on BeatStars for $30. Now you get paid depending on what they're going to license it. They're basically licensing it from you. But a lot of times they'll just, $30 to buy it for $30, which is really, think about that. You sell 10 beats, you got $300 right there. That's starts adding up very quickly. And the beat maker, Young Keo, if I say his name right, is only 19 years old, and the sales went through the roof for all his beats, and he ended up signing a contract with Universal Music Group. That's freaking amazing. And the same thing could happen for you, if you're creating beats. This is a thing. I say this all the time. It's like beating a dead horse. And it's not such a great analogy. But anyway, don't quit. These guys that are doing it, man, they put a beat out every week. Maybe every 2 weeks, maybe once a month. You just have to be consistent and keep doing it so you get that catalog up. But dude's made some tons of money making and selling one beat there. One beat got him a deal. Number 2, sell your band merchandise. A few episodes back, you can listen to that too. When you book gigs, if you're not selling merchandise, you're missing a big opportunity for money. When we played Kenny Wayne Shepherd show, I just opened for him, and we got paid. We got paid for the gig, which is another bonus. It was sold out. We get to play in front of a sold out. It's a huge stage, this big venue, pretty sweet, and we got paid a little bit. And we were able to set up merchandise. Dude, I sold everything. I basically sold out. So always have your merchandise available on your website, whatever. If you don't have it at a show, you're missing opportunity because that's when people are hot and they want to buy. And if you send them to your website, because you don't have it with you, then you're probably going to lose them as far as that goes. But anyway, selling your merchandise, that's number 2. 3 is performing live. All these things together, if you put all these together, you can actually make a decent living and you get variety. I love variety. I love to just split my time up and not just do the same thing over and over and over and again. I need variety. So that's just, these are a bunch of 7 different ways you can survive and using music, making music as a living. And number 3 is performing live. You book gigs. You can book. The way I did it before was I had my band, so I booked my band gigs, and then sometimes I would book solo gigs. I just go and play acoustic, and that supplemented my income. it just added to it. I got to keep all the money. I did all the work. And some days, I remember more than once, we were in the morning, we'd get up early and we were on the radio. They interviewed us on the radio, and then uh, later in the afternoon, I had a gig by myself, or it might be two of us would go and play, and then just like acoustic style. And then that evening, we'd have another gig. So it's all about the hustle, man. It's all about the hustle. And cover bands, wedding bands, tribute bands, like they make some bank. So you can make some serious money. There was a band that we played with. I forget the name of them, but while we were playing a lot of original tunes, trying to make it in music, an artist, they were just like, nah, we're just playing covers, and they were booked everywhere, and the places would be packed, and they were getting paid serious money. Well, we were getting paid, but not like them. So I mean, there's opportunity there. And guess what? You don't have to worry about writing your own songs. You just play the latest and the greatest people. That's what they want to hear. Number 4, give music lessons. You might think that you're not skilled enough, but I bet you're better than somebody. So even beats, you could, that's a big one where you could teach other people how to do it, And sorry, I got something in my eye. When I was playing all those other gigs, I mean, money was tight. I mean, I give you some personal information for me. Like I was married, and we just had our first kid, and we were broke. We had no money, and I'm trying to make it in music, and it's not funny. It was, oh man, it was the hardest time in my life, is financially, But what did I do, man? I was booking every gig I could book, and I also started giving music lessons. And before I knew it, and I had a full-time job, I just wasn't making any money at it. So, I mean, I was working full-time. I was coming home every night giving guitar lessons, and then after that, I was going and playing gigs. Yeah, and I was hustling my butt off. But, at one point I had 22 students. That's a lot in a week. Just, and but it was just part of my income, I needed that, and it all added up. And so you can give music lessons. Number 5, create a music YouTube channel. You don't have to go crazy with this. You could do like one post a week. But I will tell you one thing. It takes a while to take off. I started, this is not my first YouTube channel, GigFaster. This is just getting started. But the other channels I have, it took a good 1.5 to 2 years of not stopping to actually get somewhere with it. And it's funny because like your subscriber count's really low, and it just kind of gradual goes. But then, then it starts going up like this. And if you don't stop, that's when you get an audience. When you get an audience, you can add advertisements on it. Google AdSense. You can get people to sponsor you. I mean, it's just like a lot of possibilities to make money. And you're watching on YouTube right now, like there are people making some serious money just through their YouTube channel. And that's great. You can just do that for music. But keep in mind, it's probably going to take a couple years of constant work before you even start seeing any kind of audience. And you constantly have to try to improve what you're doing. Number 6, offer some kind of music service. I mean, I have GigFaster that it's not my first one I've started, but it's my favorite so far. It's just really cool. And it doesn't have to be like a web app. It could be it could be anything, I mean, you could help other people book gigs. You could help other people promote their music. You could help other people submit to record labels. You could help other people with their electronic press kit. You could be a wedding, help plan music for wedding where you coordinate, getting bands for weddings, whatever, like some kind of service. There's tons of services. And every time you turn around, you hear about another one. It's just like, wow, I didn't think of that. And it like takes off like crazy. So offer a service. Number 7, session work. This is getting a lot easier to do now just because of websites like Sound Better, and there's another one called Thumbtack, I think, where you can find musicians. And obviously you need to be practiced, and you got to be able to. You have studio to be able to record, but that's one other area where you can make money as a session artist in music. So, I mean, you got 7 different ways here to do what you love. Music, just to supplement one. Maybe, they always say, you don't want all your beans in the same basket, Like, you have all these different funnels coming in. You got 7 different funnels of music, money coming in from music. And so if the one's not doing so great, you still have the other ones, but it's up to you which ones you want to try. You don't have to do all of them. You might spread yourself thin. But you have at least 7. That's just 7 that I came up with pretty quickly, actually. Anyway, I'm Craig from GigFaster. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And, you do all these things. Again, I'm going to tell you, like, GigFaster's here to help you promote your music and to book gigs and to submit to record labels. Go do the free trial. There's no obligation. You can check and see how the system works and how other people are succeeding with it. So, and remember, if you want to succeed, never quit.